Hi all, this is Ravi Kumar. Today in my first video we will try to understand what is software development life cycle, SDLC. Very important to understand SDLC. That is nothing but a software development life cycle. What is software development life cycle? Software development life cycle goes with a certain sequence of steps that we will read into this video. But anything which you wanted to develop or produce, so there are only two things required. There is one is called as process. First one is process, and second one is people. So to uh, start and finish a task, you have a set of process that you have to follow, and to follow those processes you need people. So we will see these two things throughout our software development life cycle. What is the process and who are the people who are responsible for executing particular task. Now coming to the sequence of steps. So sequence of steps, if I talk about, the first one is requirement analysis. Requirement analysis. First one is requirement analysis. Second step is feasibility study. Feasibility study. Feasibility study. Feasibility studies are done basically on three parameters. First one is cost. We have to see on the cost parameter whether the particular product which we are going to develop, produce, will be feasible or not, we can accept on the cost part or not. Then operational, and third one is technical. So this is three parameters on which we have to evaluate that particular software which we are going to accept, we can execute or not based on three conditions. Third one is your design. So design, if we talk about design, there are different levels of design. One is low level design and second one is high level design. So LLD, low level design, second one is high level design. The fourth step is coding. Here we developers generally start doing their part, they start coding. Fourth one is testing. Sixth one is implementation. And sixth one is post implementation. Now coming to the first one, that is requirement analysis. What is requirement analysis? Why it is required? Why it is so crucial? Why it is so critical for software development life cycle? Until unless you understand the requirement of any product that you are going to build, you will not be able to deliver the right product. To deliver a right product, you have to understand the pain areas. That is pain point. So you have to understand the pain point of the customer. You have to understand their challenges. You have to understand their challenges. So you have to understand their challenges, you have to understand their pain points. Once you are successful in doing this, you will be able to deliver the right product and your customer will be quite happy. Now in requirement analysis, there is certain, as I said, there is only two things into any product or services that you are building. One is a process that you have to execute a certain set of steps, that is nothing but a process, and there is a people who will be involved in executing that processes. So now once you, the requirement analysis, we know that we have to gather the requirements. Who is the person who will do this? So they are nothing but the business analyst. They are they are no one but business analyst. So these are the people who are responsible for gathering the requirement. In Scrum we call it as a product owner. Okay. Now once the requirement gathering is done, then we have some artifacts. So every step will produce some artifacts. When I say artifacts, but these are nothing but a certain documents which they produce once that step is completed. That we will cover into a next video. But after requirement analysis, we will have a certain set of document. That document will be utilized by person who is working on to the feasibility study. So in feasibility study, we will try to understand that whether the requirements which we have bought from the market, we can complete it on a given time or not. So we have to see on part of cost, because time is totally proportional to cost and vice versa. Okay. So one is cost, so we have to see cost, whether we will be in the given time we can deliver or not. Okay. Then whether operational, whether once you develop that particular software, whether that software will be accepted by those people for whom you are going to build it, because people do refrain from the change. Currently they are executing certain set of tasks sorry, manually, but obviously what will happen, once you automate them, once you deliver a product, they have to learn that software as well, the ways of working. So they might not be interested into that part. So that feasibility we have to also check. And then is technical, whether we have that current, whether we hold the current skill set or not, whether we will be able to technically deliver this product which we have bought from the market or not, the requirements which we have bought from the market or not, technically we are sound or not. That part you have to check into feasibility study. Onto the design phase, we check high level design and low level design. So once you have a requirement, again this feasibility study will produce certain set of documents, and those documents will be consumed by design people, the one who are working on design. The people will start building the databases, building the schemas, tables. They will start doing those activity. Few people will start working onto the ER diagrams, then flowcharts, DB design. So these all activity will start in parallel into the design phase. Once design phase is completed, the people, it will also generate few set of documents that will be consumed by the person who are working on to coding, and these developers will start doing their coding part. So you can see in this sequence of steps, the coding is coming after 3 to 4 steps after. So developer is involved from coding, so they will start doing their coding part and writing the scripts, and again it will have a certain sets of artifacts like unit test cases and all that we will cover into next video. Then once the coding a particular module, particular feature is developed, then it will be passed on to the testing people. So we have a certain set of people who are a quality people who will just start doing a testing over it. Once testing is completed for the particular feature that is developed, then we have a implementation. We take that particular build and deploy onto the production, and once it is implementation is done, then post implementation is nothing but the support activity that we are extending, supporting to our customers once that is deployed. So that sums up the series of software development life cycle. In the next video we will cover what are the different artifacts that each and every steps produces. Thank you all.